Hello and good afternoon. I'll say everybody, but I think there's one person here, and that's Maff. Hello, Maff.
Hello, it's Monday. it's a slow start.
Where is everyone? Come on. Even
Yeah.
the ex people, you know.
Letting the side down there, I'd say. What's going
Yeah,
on?
I don't know. I'm wondering, you know, if the double YouTube thing is working against us.
Do you think?
I don't know. It's quite strange how like the YouTube viewers are like really super low when we do it on two YouTube streams. I don't know.
You try it without even. Oh, I see that. I was going to say there's one person who's watching on Maftopia, but I think that's me. Switch off the Maftopia one. Just see if it makes a difference.
It's probably too late, to be honest. So we may as well leave it this time. I mean, Scotty's here. I mean,
yeah. All right, Scotty.
but you obviously have nothing better to do. No, I'm sure. Anyway, we appreciate you being here, Scotty. That's great. Right, so it's me, you, and Scotty. So that's all right.
Yeah, that's a good old chin wag.
Really. That's enough. So we'll start. How do, lads? I'm all right, mate. How are you, Maff? You all right?
Right, good. Yeah.
Scotty has no life.
Yeah, story of my life, mate. I ain't got one.
Story of my life. Story of my life is a pamphlet.
Basically, yeah.
Good word. Pamphlet.
It is badly printed as well, and it's full of typos.
Yeah, people don't use the word pamphlet enough, I think.
Yeah. God, this is a Monday morning feeling, isn't it? So far, even though it's Monday afternoon.
Anyway, look. Right, so I was just perusing the internet as you do, and thinking, what do we talk about? And this thing here from Crypto Rover saying BlackRock deposits $226 million worth of Bitcoin to Coinbase Prime. Yeah, so that's quite interesting, isn't it? So I assume they do that because they want to sell it, don't they? Do you reckon?
I don't know. I assume so. As in they want to. I recognise that bald head as it is. He's probably got the most recognisable like crown of his head of any person on the planet.
What, him?
Yeah. Maybe either him or Sven Goran Eriksson, who very briefly captained the English football team back in the day.
Yeah.
Had a similar forehead.
Similar person, actually. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe they are the same person.
That's the only logical explanation, I think. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, everyone's tweeting about it today, aren't they? Ox Nobbler saying BlackRock just started liquidating all Bitcoin holdings ahead of the US market open. Okay. But I don't always believe it. I don't always believe everything I see on the Twitter sphere, but
yeah.
But there seems to be a lot of it.
It'd be a funny old time to sell, because well, I mean, there's definitely still downside to come, I think, but yeah, it's kind of the thing that I was talking about like last week a bit, just the fact that so much of this seems kind of like pre-baked in and almost like mathematical, like in the way that the at least the price structures work out in each 4-year cycle, but it's and yet the financial institutions do kind of, it's almost like they lean into that angle and kind of make it happen. It's like, oh well, if it's written, we better jump off this cliff then, you know.
Yeah. Oh, talking
it was written down that I would do that. Better get on with it then. So,
yeah.
You know, do you know what I mean?
Anyway, so talking of jumping off cliffs, obviously the thumbnail this morning wasn't quite what I intended. I intended it to be like me and you walking up some sort of steep sort of, what looked like a sort of, a nice like hill by the seaside, but it's actually a cliff face, and then you fall off to the other side and get eaten by alligator. that was kind of the idea of it, anyway. But
I think it may have reverted back to that old picture. I don't know if that. I was trying to work out, was that from the old picture or the new one?
Oh, it's
the
from
one
the
that
old.
makes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Just delete it, please. It's awful.
I like it with the headphones though. I think it's like looks really
Oh,
funny.
put headphones on the new one. That'd be fine. I'll send you that one with headphones if you like.
The only thing is, when I use the new one of you, and I've got a similar one of me, it never looks anything like me at all. I mean, I don't mind it not looking like me, but it kind of looks like somebody I know. It's really weird, and it's definitely not me that I know. So yeah. Anyway, right, okay. I shall. Right, point taken. I shall delete it and.
Thank you. Yeah. But I'll send you an updated one if they could be steampunk headphones. That'd be good.
I quite like your. I mean, I quite like those ones. Quite like the big sort of 70s style.
Well, these ones, yeah.
They're probably nice hi-fi ones, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, they're lovely. They're open back, which I was always a bit kind of dubious about those before. It's like, well, what's the point of headphones if everyone around you can hear what you're listening to? But the sound, because the open back thing just makes it so the sound stage is much wider, and the clarity through them is just better than what you'll ever kind of get through speakers. So it allows the whatever magic goes on inside headphones to do its thing like even more magically. So it's like good range, crystal clarity, all of the good things. And it's so weird because even though they're just there, a lot of the sounds really do sound like they're coming from over there.
Oh, nice.
So it's uncanny.
Are they like Sennheiser or something?
No, they were surprisingly cheap. They got like the Sony, like the balanced cable thing. That's only a thing. What is it? Oh, Diva Pro, Hi-Fi Man, Diva Pro. I can't even remember what actual manufacturer it is, but they were like something like £120 or something, or 150 maybe. But they rival ones that are way high. But they're plugged into a FIO DAC. Which is like a box that's just sitting on top of my PC box down below the desk. So yeah. Good sound. I don't know if it's the ultimate. It's my end game of sound quality. I don't even particularly care. I'm not an audiophile. I say that, but I sometimes obsess about it, and then I think, just why did I just spend the last day just researching stuff that I'll forget in a few minutes, and is that Ionic? Is that yours, Scotty? So I bought myself a pair of Shure Ionic, Shure Ionic wired in-ear, good sound on. Good sound on on them. Well, good sound on him, I guess. Good sound or something. So hello Aussie. Hello, good rescue. Good day lads, let's go. Yeehaw. Bit pricey though. Is that the Shure? Yeah, I could imagine actually. I imagine they'd actually be very good, to be honest. Anyway, sorry, should we get back on topic?
Yeah, probably should do, really.
So got me talking about headphones.
Right. So besides headphones, we do talk about crypto here, and Bitcoin. I mean, the thumbnail thingy. Obviously, we had a little bit of a. I was going to say we had a little bit of a pump, really, but I mean, look. Let's just turn off Quadzilla a moment. But looking at it on the grand scheme of things, it's like it's that, So,
oh, wait, look. Oh, do you want to be sharing the chart?
Of course I do. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. So looking at. Is that working now? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you think, oh, okay, Bitcoin's having a bit of a bounce sort of thing, but it's only really that, isn't it? That little tiny bit there.
Yeah,
However,
little nubbin on the end. Yeah,
yeah,
we'll kind of like lean in with glee. So, you know, a green candle. I remember when I
however,
last saw one of those. Yeah.
however, let me just turn off
Mm.
this stuff because I do, and I'm going to add that because I do. All right. So this is Quadzilla, obviously, and I did notice we do have a rather lovely bunch of green bars here on the daily time frame. So that happened before here in February. And obviously that was that dump there, and then it went sort of a bit of a slow grind up after that. Time before was here in November last year when it was the bottom here, and then we went up, a little bit of a slow grind up. Time before that was here in April this year, when we had quite a nice climb actually. Time before that was February. February had a little bit of a pump, but not huge. But fairly consistent, aren't they? You know, sort of with these green bars on the daily background. The one before that was June 2023, right? So that's quite incredible. That's like, you know, we didn't get any in 2024.
Yeah.
So one before that,
anyone who's solely trading based on those would have had a hello 2024. But
well,
waiting
yeah,
for the.
But you know what you would have done 3 years ago, on my brother's birthday, you would have gone long here because you'd have seen a green bar here on Quadzilla. Not that it existed then, and you would have longed Bitcoin from 24.5K.
Okay, that would have been a decent long, to be fair.
That would be a crypto style, you know, do that with your $1 million, and then
it's life changing.
Ride it up to the all-time high. It would be life changing, yeah. Anyway, so is this one life changing? That's the question.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, that is the question. That is the question of today, and you know, I'm actually in a little trade, but it's actually a short, and I'm actually wondering if that's a good idea or not. Things are really conflicting, aren't they? Because, you know, to me, the chart is looking like it should really, like, that's enough down. You know, let's go up now. But then you've got, like, you know, news stuff that's kind of bearish. And even here, you know, on the daily time frame, looking with Quadzilla, we do have these retracement levels down here, which are obviously like hideously low. So you know, could we get a thing down there really? So anyway, so I thought I'd just preface, talk about that beforehand, before we do some real TA sort of thing.
Well, that was TA. That was real TA. What are you talking about?
Like, you know, the bit where you go on about things and I kind of drink the tea. And we have a jingle before.
Oh yeah. So look forward to that bit.
yeah. Rather than me just talking randomly to nobody, mostly nobody anyway. So I actually wonder if there's no one here because I keep messing around with the times of the streams.
Maybe. I mean, we have got a few more. There's more people joined, especially on X. The X crew has turned up. So hello to everyone on X, and hello to the brave people who are here on YouTube. Thank you for joining. But yeah. I know you got a bit of a volatile month ahead in terms of times and stuff.
I've just got to fit around a few things. And I think for me, the best things I can do is Mondays and what did I say now? Mondays and Thursdays 12 o'clock UK time. Tuesdays I still can't really do, but if something exciting is happening, then I can probably do like an emergency stream in the afternoon, maybe like 4 or 5 p.m. I can do that. These are all UK times. Wednesday you can't normally do, can you, Maff? Normally,
generally not. It's better to assume that I'm not there on a Wednesday, but that's just, I do 3 days a week. So
all right.
So it's in my contract.
so I always say to my daughter when she's sort of moaning about something to do with me, I always say, like, look, if you've got a problem, just call Childline. Just tell them that I won't bring you breakfast in bed. And, see what they say.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, would it? I mean, could you average out the times? I wonder. Do 12:30? Would that work for each of those? Sometimes it's 12, sometimes it's 1.
I could, but that would mean that some of the ones that are on the awkward days, like today, I'd have to sort of leave at about 1:15, but not every day. So that might be an option actually, just to do 12:30. And then it's either a half hour or if I've got more time, then we can go a bit longer. That might be. Should we say that? Would that work?
If it works,
it would work. But some days I might have to just disappear just after 1 o'clock. That's the only thing really.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kaz is here. That's great. Brilliant. So
it's great. Yeah. Goes to show, doesn't it? If we start at 1, then Kaz is invariably late. But if we start at 12, then she's early.
So you reckon 12:30? Yeah, that's right.
So, maybe. Yeah.
So because of you, Kaz, right, I came across to watch the Crypto Bro video to see what that was all about next. Oh, the Crypto Bro. Oh yeah, because that was the video I did the other day, wasn't it? Yeah. That was a guy from. Let's tell you what. Let's have a look, because that was a guy who I was trying to do a bit of a sensational sort of a thumbnail, sort of like to make people think that I'd lost 80 grand, but I hadn't. It was somebody else had, but and it was a bit of a. I can find it actually. What's his name? Crypto Bro, I think is.
Do you want to be showing what you're typing, what you're searching?
When I find it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Which is now. Okay, so.
Ooh, okay.
What?
I just read Kaz's comment about Discord is broken for Save with Crypto.
What?
Don't know. No idea why. But if Huo's on the phone, then should be all right.
Oh, okay. Where the hell's it gone? There you go. All right.
What's going on?
So it's this guy here.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So this was to do with would you believe it, Multiverse X? So he said, I never thought I'd write something like this, but life can break anyone. He believed in Multiverse X and all that, and he participated in Launchpad's projects. Sounds like me, really. Over the years, I invested everything I had. That is a little bit of a mistake, actually. Don't invest everything you have in a Romanian company. Nothing against Romanians, but like... to
be honest, any company.
Yeah.
Just... it's literally all your eggs in, well, not literally. It's figuratively, but extremely so. It's all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not even your own company.
Yeah.
Right. So he said, today is brutal. I lost more than $80,000. Everything I built over the years gone. Okay, and he's got nothing left. Not even. And it says $1. ...
Yeah. To be honest, don't even invest all of your money in your own company. I'd say, because no offense, but it's probably the one most likely to fail. that's not to get that's not about any individual in particular. It's just that it's that I think for any of us, there's like a natural assumption, isn't there, that it's like, oh, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing yourself, or something like that. I'm sure that's a saying, but so we automatically assume that other entrepreneurs who've started up a company of their own aren't really that invested in it, and aren't going to just put everything they got into making it a success. But it's a funny old assumption to make, isn't it? Because obviously anyone who is doing that, they've entrepreneured up their own company. Of course they're going to go at it. They're going to do everything they can, and so the odds are that say if 2 out of 4, no, it's probably more like 1 out of every 4 companies succeeds. Yeah. So how many companies do you know of, or how many entrepreneurs do you know? If the only one you know is yourself, then that means you got it. That's the one you know of. So you probably got like a 3 in 4 chance at failing. So,
Right.
so you need to get to know some other entrepreneurs. So at least, and I'm sure it works that way. That I know that's the way probability works. But anyway, yeah,
I think you are probably right, actually. Yeah. Anyway, so what he was talking about was well, 2 things really. One was EGLD. The other one was MEX. Like MEX is the token that powers the DEX, which is called X Exchange. And I did that video on, I think I did it on Saturday or Sunday, I can't remember. And there was a comment this morning saying, like, why did he sell at the bottom? Okay, well, what he did, the way he lost 80 grand was he let me just change that to MEX. So he actually sold he sold this one, MEX, right? Which the chart is unbelievable.
that's insane. Yeah,
right,
almost criminal.
And so someone was saying this morning, like, why did he sell at the bottom? And my reply was, well, it's a down only chart. It's going to zero. I mean, it's currently worth, back here, it was worth 0.1 of a cent. Today it's worth 0.2 millionths of a dollar. So that's 0.2 times 10 to the minus 6. So if you want a billion, if you want billion MEX, it costs you about $300 now. So I was saying, well, I can understand why he did, because it's a down only chart. And like 2 years ago, if I'd have thought, well, okay, I think it's time to bail out now, I'd actually be quite well off now compared to how I would have been, how I am now with MEX. I have to say, I haven't actually bought any of MEX. I've only farmed it, and I'm going to keep doing it until it unlocks naturally. The way Crypto Bro, what he did is he unlocked his tokens, and you can do that, but you take up to an 80% hit on doing that. Now that would have made sense back in 2023, but like but now you're obviously losing quite a bit, which is why he ended up with like about $400 out of his original 80 grand. It was quite a sad story. It's
a painful story to hear.
Yeah.
It's just, it makes me so angry kind of a story, because it's just, you just think, like, how can a project like I mean, if thinking of MEX itself really as a project or a sub project or whatever, but how can it be so mishandled to that extent? Its purpose, I know, it's kind of there as a utility token and that sort of thing, on the exchange, but even so, just how can it, if its main purpose really is all about investment, isn't it? And that's their result.
I just think it's because of Benjamin Minku. I think the guy is insane. I think he's actually mentally ill. He's like
babbles.
He just has some vision of like the way life should be, according to him, and he honestly believes that people are going to just start using his product because of it. And it's you could have the
if you build it, they will come.
Yeah, and like they bloody won't.
No,
You know?
no.
Look, I'll give you an example, right? Is I had a message on Telegram over the weekend, right, and it was from a guy, like an actual Irish guy who lives in Valencia. I don't know him, right, but I was a bit wary at first, so be careful if this sort of thing ever happens to you. No, he contacted me and he said, "Hello, Save. Sorry to contact you like this, but I couldn't think of any other way. I wonder if you could help me out with something." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay." He said, "I'm an Irish bloke living in Valencia. So I've got a little bit of USDC in my X Portal app, you know. So that's the wallet that you can use for the Multiverse X stuff." He said, "I've got a little bit of USDC in there that I want to get out, but I haven't got any EGLD to cover the gas fees." Now, the gas fees in that app are really tiny. That literally, to do a transaction, it's the one good thing about it. To do a transaction costs like generally around about 10 cents, maximum about 40 cents. But generally, it's normally like 10 cents or less to do, you know. With that, you could do transactions of like, you know, a few thousand, and it'll still cost 10 cents to do it. And that is, you know, one of the good things about it, you know. But for some reason, what I think he'd done, he'd used up all his EGLD in his wallet, and he didn't. So I was saying to him, "Well, can't you just use a little bit of USDC to swap it into EGLD just to cover the gas fees?" And he said, "Well, I can't do that because it won't let me do that because I haven't got any gas." And I thought, like, is that right? So I tried it myself, and I thought, shit, he's actually right. Yeah, you can't actually do that. So so I said, okay. So what do you want to do? And he said, "Well, can I just send you like $2 worth of like USDT or something like that, and then you send me like $2 worth of eGold, and then I can do it, you know." And so I actually did that, and I was very careful about it in case it was a scammer and stuff, and I didn't use any of my main wallets or anything like that. So he actually sent, oddly enough, I got him to send $2 worth of USDT to a UBIT account that I'm trying out, and that arrived straight away. So then what I did, I sent him $2 worth of EGLD, which amazingly enough is 0.68 eGold, which is incredible. Like at its height, that would have been worth $300, and it's now worth $2. Anyway, so I sent him that, and it was all good, and that was done.
Yeah.
But in the process, I mean, what I did initially, I said, "Oh, send some USDC to this address," and I gave him a Multiverse X address, and then of course he said, "Oh no, my money's on Binance." So was it Binance? I can't remember. Anyway, somewhere else, but like, he said, "So I can't send it using that chain." And I was thinking, well, that's the problem, isn't it? You know, like, you know, even from like some sort of central exchange, the guy wants to send me $2 worth of like USDC. USDC is something you can use within this deck. So, you know, there you go, USDC. You know, you can use it here, but you have to send it there via the Multiverse X blockchain, which he couldn't do because he was sending it from somewhere like Coinbase or somewhere, you know. I mean, how crap is that? And like, you know, straight away you've got a barrier, haven't you? You've got a barrier where people are just not going to use this, you know, because it used its own blockchain, which, all right, is fast and cheap and all that, but nobody uses it, you know. So
yeah, it's just exists in its own world. It's ironically, its own little mini universe. It's not multiverse, you know.
Yeah.
So it actually doesn't live up to that stupid name.
Yeah,
in any way or form.
Yeah, and if you look at, sorry, we'll get on to normal stuff in a minute, but if you look at, I don't know, yeah. So if you look at this, look at the tokens they've got. I mean, what is all this shit? You know, it's like, well, actually, Zoidpay I like, but you know, Ethereum, land,
with the exception of Zoidpay, what is all?
Yeah, well, it's only because they're leaving. CRT, that was Cantina Royale. Dead. That sounds all right. Quowat was supposed to be some French electric car charging network where you were going to, pay for your electricity with crypto. I mean, I've lived in France for many years. I mean, they've only just stopped using Minitel, which was like it was quite good actually. It was like the first version of the internet, but it was like it was a bit like cross between. It was like teletext, but you could input into it, so you could actually pay fines and book holidays and stuff on Minitel, and it did precede the actual internet. So and the French used to use it for flirting, but that's about as advanced as the internet was when I arrived in France in 2001. Honestly, the country, well, it's probably better now because they have got the internet, so they actually know what's going on in the rest of the world. But but the idea of the Quowat thing was just ridiculous. Anyway, that died. Everything died with this company, and yet still, Benjamin Minku is saying, "Oh, we're ready for amazing things," and it's hang on,
in a dream world, mate. In a dream world. So, the other thing, of course, is that when he talks, I don't want to dig into the guy too much, but when he talks, I don't understand what he's on about half the time. He does this sort of Star Trek techno babble of things, and just like it was especially in Star Trek Voyager back in the 90s. They every episode they would go through all sorts of different problems. Nothing's solving the main thing that's threatening the ship or whatever. Then the final thing that they try, it has a whole load of like techno babble going along with it that makes absolutely no sense. If you were to break it down, it's like, what the hell are they talking about? And obviously that fixes things in their fantasy world. But it's a similar thing. It's like, so what's coming up then for Multiverse X and that whole ecosystem? Well, it's got tachyon emissions and blah 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 blah, blah and people's eyes obviously glaze over, and no one knows what he's talking about. It sounds really impressive. That's amazing. Give me more babble.
For example, this post here from May the 15th. Quite amazed that's his last post, actually. That's like nearly a month ago. But anyway, saying 2026 is the year of the big reset. And it starts off, the regulatory map has been redrawn across most of the world and the financial and crypto environment with it. Okay.
Right.
AI has already rewired how we conceive, build, and ship products in ways most people are still catching up to. My conviction
I don't think it has, not to that extent.
My conviction is that Supernova is an update to their chain, which is supposed to make it faster. A multi-sharding thing, So my conviction is that Supernova resets what blockchain means and what they can do for institutions, for businesses, and most of all for the AI agents that are about to become the largest, most demanding users of digital infrastructure in the world's ever seen. Okay, so and then here, right, he actually talks kind of positively about one of the main guys leaving, right? So this guy's resigned. Says now the time has come for Sergio to move on, but he will always remain part of the X portal and blah blah. Over almost 4 years,
so he's not moving on.
Yeah, he made the product sexier, more useful, and more connected. Yeah, well, he fucked that up, didn't he? But okay.
Did any of that involve making it more popular?
I don't know. None of it, One thing in particular I'll look fondly on is the repeated drive to Cluj close to midnight, with the two of us sitting and talking long into the night. God, that must have been interesting, about the next moves, the important and crazy ones that would make X Portal more useful and more loved by its users.
The important and crazy next moves. The crazier they are, the more important. So that's the bit that he said out loud? It probably wasn't supposed to.
Probably. Anyway, he said, "Go get June the 14th, Iron Man." Cheering loud from what? So okay, so something's going to happen on June the 14th. Okay. Well, it'd be interesting
Gosh.
to see what was
I
happening.
think that their theme tune should be Captain Pugwash. It'd be somehow very fitting.
Anyway, so shifting to what's next, Exportal enters a new phase. So Exportal is the app that works as the wallet sort of thing, which is the one where this guy in Valencia was trying to get his $28 worth of USDC out of, right, and couldn't do it because he didn't have any e-gold for the gas fees. Right, so sorry, I will stop this in a moment. We've been quietly preparing for this for some time. No shit. The team
too quietly, really.
Yeah, the team is well in place and in great hands, with a new internal lead stepping up in the role, taking the hard focus steps the next phase demands. The first milestone of this new phase will be revealed in tandem with the Supernova Genesis event.
Oh,
a moment to upend Exportal's experience, offering, and utility. Engines
that'll be the day that the Earth stands still on the Supernova Genesis event day.
Engines are fired up.
There'll be parades, street parties.
Engines are fired up. Full steam ahead. Steam is probably I get that analogy, because there's definitely, if you're going to have a rocket, have it steam powered. That would be good, wouldn't it? Anyway, what's this? The takeoff was silent. The echo generation. It's just shite, isn't it? It's like, just get rid of him. Get some proper people in and get someone who actually understands marketing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I was going to say, get marketers in, marketeers. It's kind of, I mean, first and foremost, that's kind of what it needs, isn't it? Just build different. That's the problem, for starters. Like you say, like no one can easily kind of on ramp onto their amazing blockchain. I mean, genuinely, I think it is an amazing blockchain. So there is that, but like you're saying, it's not enough. Is it? Because it kind of stands alone, and there's Solana anyway, which is grabbing all the attention. It needs to be more interoperable, and that needs to be their focus. Like it can turbocharge other blockchains. Stick it onto Ethereum or something like that, and you get turbocharged Ethereum with extra security and faster transactions. Make it a Lightning network of other blockchains. That would do it. That'd be a hell of a use case. Why the hell don't they do that?
And just
pride.
It is, isn't it? It's almost like, I mean, my analogy about this has always been, like videotape formats, whereas for people of our age anyway, we were brought up with VHS cassettes, but we knew that Betamax existed as well. So Bitunix was actually slightly better, but wasn't popular at all because it wasn't owned by JVC and Sony, which they had VHS. There was actually another one. There was another one called V2000, which was actually a far, far superior system to VHS and Betamax, but only Grundig and Phillips used it, and consequently
Grundig.
Consequently, that one died out before Betamax, but it was superior. But didn't make any bloody difference because no one used it,
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we get on with the show?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's get started.
I might have had a slight rant there, actually. Yeah.
It was with it. Yeah.
And somebody as well did ask in one of the comments. They said, like, how did you get involved with Multiverse X? And I thought that probably does warrant an actual video in itself about how I got involved, but I can tell you very briefly is back in 2020 when I started doing a bit of trading. At first, I was just doing like a bit of swing trading between, between different pairs. Like sort of you do like whatever pairs there were on Binance. So it was like Ethereum versus like Elrond as it was in those days, you know. So I did a trade, and it was a bit crap, and I ended up holding a bag of Elrond, which is what Multiverse X was before it was EGLD. And I'd rather than selling the bag then, I thought I'll hold on to it and see if it goes up in value. And then it did the transition from ERD, like Elrond, into EGLD. And the price, and I think, okay, that's going to be good for the price because it's got the word gold in it. And the price went down. And when it went down, I had a strange idea where I thought I might just double my bag because that's what people do, you know. So I did that, and then it went down a little bit more, but then it started going up, you know, and it started going up, and it went up and up and up and up, and it went up massively. It went up to like $550 per EGLD, and at that point in time, you know, if I'd have sold then, I'd have been so bloody wealthy. I really would, and I didn't. I just I thought it was going to go to 1,000, and it was already at 550. I bought at 7, and why the hell I did not sell, I don't know. I don't know.
And I actually got interested in Multiverse X Elrond basically because that Martini guy recommended it back in the day, and I mean, to be fair, I think it was a good shout at the time.
Yeah.
And if I'd sold at roughly approximately the point when he kind of lost interest, I would have made a decent profit. But so I think that's entirely on me. I just kind of you know, greed got in the way. I thought, whoa, I've 5x'd or 10x'd my holdings already. What if I hold on to this for longer? Obviously, it's going to 10x again and again and again, you know. But obviously, it didn't. It just kind of so should have at least sold a bunch of it while it was in a sizable profit, and then it just held on to some, you know.
How long have you actually been involved with crypto? I've no idea.
I'm actually not sure. I mean, I was around for the previous bull run, probably the one before that.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I mean, 2020 jumps out at me a bit as approximately then, but I'm actually not sure. I'd have to go back and have a look and see. Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
so I mean, a fair amount of time.
Okay, yeah, that is a fair chunk. No, I never even wondered actually, but yeah. So for me, it was like I think I bought a little. I was given a bit of Bitcoin for a job I did in 2018, but I basically forgot about it for 2 years, and then I didn't really start doing anything with it till 2019, and then I made this YouTube channel in 2020, and that's kind of where it all started, and I'm still struggling to get subscribers. So please do subscribe if you're not subscribed already. But yeah. Anyway, look, right, well, we should get on to some proper TA. I quite enjoyed the discussion actually, but
yeah, it's good. Yeah, cathartic.
Yeah. So yeah. So Bitcoin, I still think it will probably go down at some point. So what I want to be in, I want to be in a short when it does. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for somewhere where it's going to top out a little bit because it is going up quite a bit at the moment. So I think that's probably a fairly good cue to. Oh, we've got any comments? I think we've done all the comments.
Yeah, I kind of plopped them onto the screen as well, so people on different platforms can kind of generally see what's going on.
Let's have a quick look. So Scotty's saying TMG has been wrong a lot, but he loves to ride. He's winning trades and random. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I must admit he's doing well with his short at the moment. He's got like a $2 billion short from 82k or something. You know, Monday pump or Monday dump, both I think. But we'll see what maff has to say because.
Crikey. Yeah.
Well, you know, nothing on this channel is financial advice at all, especially from me.
Luckily.
Or him. So yeah, don't tune out though, because we have got stuff to talk about after this.
Bitcoin price is predicted for you. Save with crypto and math. Bears and bulls will dance and move. Altcoins, shortcoins, stocks and forex too. Math and save will start the way. Bears and bulls will dance and
It's a nice bit of cabaret, really, isn't it, that we have on this show?
I always
So,
think it's
yeah.
funny. I always think it's funny in that bit because obviously what everyone can see is just the jingle playing, you know. But then
Yeah.
I can see our camera, so you're fiddling with the wind. I'm sort of glugging cups of tea and all that sort of thing, and then right, it's like we've got a 30-second break here, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we're back. Yeah,
Pick the nose and
yeah, basically. Yeah. Okay. So where are we at? Oh yeah, I have to actually talk about stuff now, don't I? By the way, just very, very quickly, yeah, we've got a lot more people watching now. Hooray! Thank you, people.
Good.
Bloody nobody watching on Maftopia. What's wrong with you? I'm trying to build up
Language.
watch hours on there so that I can eventually monetize the channel. Just need to get past a particular threshold. If anyone wouldn't mind just opening up a tab, maybe on Maftopia or on YouTube,
Have you
just
got
leave
any,
it running.
have you got any playlists on there?
I should probably create one now you mention it, because yeah, these ought to go into a playlist.
What you should probably do
So,
is
yeah.
create a playlist, and then get friends of yours just to sort of, you know, click play all for that playlist.
Yeah.
And just say, just do that, and then leave the computer in another room.
That's a very good point, actually. Yeah, that's a master plan. I think that as long as we don't announce that actually on YouTube.
No. Well, obviously not. No, because that would violate YouTube's guidelines. Nobody would ever do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No. So I noticed that a lot of the people are actually watching on X. I mean, yeah, quite a few proportionately. I'll save the crypto on X. So, and I think someone commented earlier on, just are they bots? I think they might be. Who commented about the bots? Was that Aussie? Aussie. Oh, it was, yeah, me and the bots watching on X. I mean, I sort of wonder, because no offense to people watching on X, but you're very, very welcome, obviously. But there's generally, for the number of people watching there, there's usually not a huge amount of engagement. I think not a lot of like commenting in the chat there and so on. I know you can't like on the live stream on X, which is weird. But maybe that would explain it. I don't know, because there definitely is a bots problem on X, but it's also very tied in with people can't, or rather, what I'm trying to say, non-robot people, human people, get banned as a regular matter of course on X, and so there's an AI on X that's kind of auto detecting whether it thinks people are AIs, but there's a ridiculous number of false positives. It's gone horribly wrong, and it's just so. And then people have to go through the appeal process, so that they're offline for a couple of weeks or whatever, and just fingers crossed that they get reinstated. But it's very random. It's like off the board, flick them off the board. Anyway, what the hell was the talking? Went off a bit of a tangent there. So to get this back on course, Ozzy was just saying, what's in maff's sample bottle today? Well, glad you asked. It's very cloudy today, and that is a tea bag. I promise that's a tea bag. But it's my kind of go-to organic mint tea, which is lovely. But in this, I've actually poured in some apple cider vinegar as well, which is, I think is why it's gone so cloudy. I've got a few like powders, like amino acid type powders in there as well, that do good things, I'm told. So that's that. Must do a jingle for that bit. So that one thing I did want to call out on here. Oh yeah, we're doing the TA now. Sorry, finally got to it. So I wanted to call out this on the 1 hour. So that retracement level there happened kind of overnight. Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, during last night, UK.
Which one?
There's a combination of
oh yeah, sorry.
petrol powered leaf blowers and petrol powered hedge strimmers outside, because it's that kind of weather at the moment. So it's like it's not one or the other; it's both. But they're very noisy, so close the window. So yeah, on here, I guess if we were nocturnal, then that would have been a lovely long to have caught there. In fact, all the way from down here, because that was the faster EMAs, the 9 crossing above the 21, did a lovely little send all the way up, and didn't quite get the red bar until a bit later. I bet that would have shown up on other time frames, so probably on the lower time frames, that the price had topped just there. But in any case, you can kind of see it just in the way that happened. I guess the faster moving the red momentum stochastic had curved over, and the white didn't really even get up there into overbought. But in any case, at this point, that bullish retracement level started plotting, and so that would have been a tidy short to come down from anywhere up there really down to there, and it did its thing where it kind of comes down below that level, then in the next candle came back above, and obviously went that. So that one really is perfection. So essentially the bullish retracement is kind of saying, oh yeah, the price is going to come down to this level, probably slightly below, then either in this candle or kind of the next one, it'll reverse and very much head to the upside. So it did. Hooray. So it did the step 1, 2, 3, like the up, down, up. That's a humongous wick on there.
It was actually really, really, really nice, that one. So it was
yeah.
What
time is that?
I was asleep.
Oh, I just realised that I was talking about being nocturnal. That was actually Saturday night, Sunday morning when that happened. So that was just all through the course of Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah. And then this one, yeah. So that was 11 p.m. last night, the mega wick. So yeah, I mean, I was not quite asleep then. I was sleepy, I think. Had a lovely single malt while watching some stupid program or other, and just made me very sleepy. So yeah, well, okay. Interesting kind of interplay with the 9 EMA as well, because so when the price is coming back down, it's kind of touched down onto the 9 EMA and rejected to the upside on there. Kind of came back again. The candle had to like close below that really, and then after that, the 9 EMA kind of went from being support to resistance, and so the price from almost doing that broke above it, and since then it's been riding back above, touch along the 9 EMA, wobbled a bit there, but as long as it stays above it, that kind of suggests a bit more upside for a while. So oops, need to click a thing. Click. It's done. So yeah, and I guess the the hourly doesn't really tell us much else at the moment, does it, about what's going on there, except that we've got this retracement channel. So if we have a quick look, doop doop doop. So the 50%, the fair value level kind of zone around there is at 68.9. Where are they? 63. Then it kind of closes off at this bearish retracement way up at 76.4. Do you think that's even possible to get that high on the just, reach and down?
What's the level there? I can't quite see it.
So 76.5, 76.4. Might get up to 50%. So because if that happens, then actually, rather than do that, let me draw in the line and see if that kind of ties back to anything back here a bit. Anything further back? Okay, kind of, yeah. So a bit. I mean, so that same level, the 50%, the fair value level, was resistance over here. I mean, that was back at the start of April, and it skewered that liquidity there. So that has kind of figured that level that it's marked out. So we might potentially see, rather than that, it might just come up to that level, just kind of that and reject. So that's a couple of scenarios to keep in mind, and that's assuming that this does continue its upside thing. If we went, maybe just jump over to the 4 hour, and yeah, so just given how that's headed, I think there's obviously that level there, isn't there? We could probably mark out kind of zoom. Not quite sure why I chose to should do that a bit better. Just put in a rectangle. Do it more like that. Yeah, something along those lines. So that might, I should get rid of that one. That might then be kind of a zone that we instead head into, as in. Oh, yeah, I was going to draw that. Sorry. Then it might just touch into that that area. But because the 55 is on its way down, that's also a possibility. I kind of reject off that. That quite often happens. So when there's this sort of interaction going on, like kind of working your way up to there, but the 55 EMA is kind of working its way down. Something that's worth maybe noting on here is that the 9 and the 21 are threatening to cross bullish. That I think that by itself can be a bit short-lived. It kind of needs the 21 and the 55 really to cross bullish to signify like a strong upward move. And I'm just not sure if we're really going to see that anytime soon. Be nice, but obviously just given everything that's going on, there's this sort of thing. Do people? I mean, people do now react with a lot of cynicism, don't they, to the ceasefire announcements? Because there's a lot of reciprocal bombing going on there, isn't there? And so, as in not quite a ceasefire, so they're now saying, "Oh no, definitely a ceasefire this time." But you'd almost expect the market to crash on that sort of news now, because just like, oh, really, ceasefire?
I think everyone's just lost interest in it, haven't they? Really, sort of like,
yeah,
they'll just get on with it, and meanwhile, prices of everything will
do
go
what
up
they're going to do. Yeah, yeah, they do what they're going to do. Price is going to do what it's going to do. Yeah, so
I do find that with news though, is like, when you get like a different situation, like the price of oil going mental, or you know, like Elon doing his fascist salute or something like that, or you know, something like that, or like you know, that those kind of bits of news that are supposed to change the market is like, you know, it happens once and like the market reacts quite violently, and then it happens again, it's like not as much, and then after a while it's just like, yeah, I'm bored of that now, you know, like and then nothing
like
really
business as usual.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, oh yeah,
feel
that again.
diminishing returns of the shock, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so I guess what should we do? If we jump over to maybe the this chart, and then I'll go to the weekly for this, and just drop in and see how this whole pattern is going. Just switch off Quadzilla on the side for a second and do that. So okay. That one's turned out to be rather kind of on the money so far. Kind of wish I'd shorted that. Why the hell didn't I short? Anyway, should have. That's the problem. Yeah, just get rid of those. Make it a bit less scribbly. So yeah, what we've got on here then is, well, actually, let me also bring in. Sorry, also bring in the schma. And change that to the it's going to be the 200 daily, just for, you know, reference. I don't think it's got any particular kind of relevance to this as such, but just also, sorry, just going to make it a bit slightly different color, so it doesn't clash. Is that pink? Let's do a nice pleasant pink, maybe a blushing pink, for the 200 daily. So yeah, essentially, we obviously had the thing from the all-time high where the price came up, touched the 200 daily, as it just generally does in every 4-year cycle, after the all-time high, and just that kind of signals, like, you know, a whole bunch of downside and misery and so on. It came down, it wicked off the weekly 200, and below that then there's still the weekly 300, so which obviously hasn't reached yet. It's on its way. I think if it can, so because the weekly 200 seems to be kind of marking out a bit of a local bottom, I think, for that. I think it was Aussie, was it you who mentioned the 200 weekly last time, I think, because it's definitely one of those ones that does, it's a relevant level to watch, I think. So but if it does break down below that, then I think we'd see the rest of this that are kind of marked out. I've talked over these a whole bunch of times, these levels, these percentages, and so on. So check previous live streams if you're on the details of those, and if I don't start talking about them now. But essentially, yes, if it breaks down below 200, the 200 weekly, then we could well see that, you know, down to there. The idea being between sorry, just going to get rid of that too. The idea that being that for each of these drops, that was 36, that was 38, therefore maybe this one will be 40. You never know. Maybe that one would be about 42. But so it depends where the actual bear market bottom is going to be, because if that's at, you know, 49, just under 50k, there's probably room for another one of these to happen, because you know, it's happened a few times already, so why not another thing to the upside, and then another thing to, you know, proportionate, following the same numeric series in each one. and that would, if that did play out, and that's really heading into the misty clouds of the future that no one really knows, but if it did play out, that would be 42.9, maybe 43. Is that Michael Saylor, or is it actually Michael Sellers? Because I don't know who that is, but I assume Michael Saylor interview on your X. He's called
he's called the bottom. I've heard him called other things actually.
yeah. Damn. Yeah, he's the man. He's the bottom. But yes. But didn't he just like sell a whole bunch of Bitcoin?
Well, that's what he does. He sells the bottom and buys
the
top, doesn't he? You know.
Yeah, fair point. Because it stands to reason, doesn't it? Because when he announced that he's bought, the market usually crashes. So when surely when he announces that he's just sold, the market should pump. I mean, there was that. Oops. That was last week, admittedly. Price kind of went up by, well, that amount. Sorry. Yeah. Let's do it from there. Got too many. Oh, why isn't that wanting to draw? Oh, that would be why. Okay, so it's just being a numpty. Yeah, that's better. Got that back. Yeah, so that level there, the wick, it was a from the bottom of last week, it pumped just over 7% to close the week. So maybe it was that. Maybe it pumped because I mean it couldn't have been because of an announcement of a ceasefire. Because I don't know if there even was one at the end of last week. Well, mind you, what was that? Yesterday, isn't it? So anyway, that's that. Shall I mean that's obviously the long-term view. Should we dive into the short-term a bit, or look at some other coins, or anything? Really,
I'm quite happy to have a look at like super low time frames. You know.
Okay. Do that.
I actually just closed my short actually in a bit of profit, and so that's good.
Sure. That looks a bit wrong, doesn't it? I know I only just drew that in. It's based on some other thing. So that's go to some of these. Okay. Oh, where's Quadzilla? There you go. Okay. So should also bring in some Quadzilla sort of time frame retracement things.
Yeah, sure.
We're bringing two, and oh, there was that one as well. Been that then. So this one we could base that on. That doesn't exist, by the way. That hop to a closer price. That's just like an experimental thing that I was experimenting with. So for the fixed time frame retracements, because obviously they draw and they overlap. So the thinking was like if there's potential to start drawing, if a new retracement level has been discovered by the indicator, but it doesn't have any spare retracement slots to start drawing it, it could potentially just abandon one of the ones that it's currently drawing, probably one of the furthest away price-wise ones,
okay, and
then just start drawing if this new one is like further in. So hop to a closer price. So it's a bit of an experiment. See, I don't know, not sure if that checkbox even does anything at the moment. But anyway, so we could base this one then on maybe, don't know what we're on, 12 minute. It's based on the 30 minute, 45 minute maybe. And let's make these actually red and green. apologies genuinely to anyone if they're colorblind on this, but just do that. Because normally for the time frame fixed retracements, they're kind of white and white. So there's just not too much kind of like information overload of stuff going on the screen. So that's that. What is that? So that's the 45-minute.
Okay. And for anyone watching in black and white, the red one is above the green one.
Yeah. And just switch off the snooker as well. It's just not worth trying to work out what's going on. So bearish, bullish. So, and what should make this one? So I think if we made this a 12-minute and then we drop down to a lower time frame, should do that.
Yeah, sure. That's kind of what I've been playing with this.
Yeah. Okay. This is that, and that'll do. Yeah. So now let's go to the 1 minute and maybe switch off the channels for this, because then there really is just too much going on all at once. It's there's too much awesome on the chart all at once. So okay, so on the 1 minute, and keep in mind now we've got retracement levels on there from the what were they on? The 12 minute and the 45 minute. So what does that tell us? Oh, okay. Was that did you close the short just in time? So that was obviously quite a reversal.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
it was kind of cool as well.
I mean, I did that because it hit a 1 minute retracement level, so that was good enough for me.
Yeah, lovely. Oh, is it that one?
Yeah.
Or there's that bearish one, is there? That it must have caught.
Yeah, no, not that one. It was the first one, but
that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in fact, that one rather nicely came true. Well, they both did really, but so this one, the step 2, was obviously kind of met by the price. So did the old one, or like up, down, came down. So that then began its step 3. It just didn't, it's quite short lived, but that's kind of what you want really for these, I think. Like fast price action. So the price came down, reversed. We've got some indication down here that it was going to reverse. Whole series of the green bars there, like up. Glad that stopped painting at least there, because obviously it came down again after that a few bars later. But yeah, so that step 3 price came up, because what these are generally saying is just kind of the price is going to come up to you and then go up a bit further. But in this case, again, bounced off the 9 EMA. Oh, it's going for it now, isn't it? And rode that all the way down, dropped below it. Well, in fact, was below it all the way down, but very much. So to get back up, if I extend that out, just that, the rest of that's bullish retracement. Funny, it reacts off that. So that retracement level is now resistance. It's got to break above that, and it's also exactly where the 9 EMA is right now. So it kind of needs to get above both. If we can do that, then we might, in which case it might bounce off the 21. So the price might come up. How many? Oh, 14 seconds left. So on the next bar, maybe might do that. Bounce off that. There's these going on, isn't there? And the 55 coming down. So then, assuming it gets above the 21, then might see a bit of that. I think if it gets above the 55, then we could start to see that, or other scenarios, obviously that there'd be some amount of confirmation, early confirmation in either case of which way that's going to go. But yeah, so keep in mind there's also that retracement a bit further down. That is from the current time frame from the 1 minute. Have we got any of these from the higher time frames, having gone to all the trouble of switching those on? No. Okay. That's a shame.
Where are they all?
Oh, there's some over there. Okay, so that's pretty nice. So that would have been from I think all of that. Yeah, from the 12-minute retracement there, marked out a nice kind of bottom just there and a reversal. Doink. So that would have been a nice level to watch for, as either a short coming down or where to close it, where to plan to close the trade or at least take profit, get your trade into profit, and then for a potential long, which ended up doing that. Even though it did that, it didn't. You would have still been in profit. Then of course did that, so that would have been a tasty long, actually. So as it is, switch this back on. That bearish retracement there, if we extend that out, turned out to be very significant. So price kind of bounced up pretty much off there, straddled it a little bit, but then eventually broke up through. It was also kind of grappling a bit with 9 EMA, eventually managed to get above it. And then resistance again, so that same bearish retracement level turned out to be the pivot point there for that reversal, which is quite something. And excuse me. Okay, so in that next candle it has broken above, so it's managed to get both above that level and above the 9 EMA. Where it goes from there, I don't know. It's now below, now well below that. So we probably need some downside targets in that case. Well, that's the downside target, I think. 62.6. So we could well see the thing where it kind of wicks below that and then bounces to the upside if we're lucky.
Okay.
So if you're short, or if anyone's still short, that I'd say, I don't know, we're on the 1 minute, so anything on here is going to be, So I was going to say, consider that as a take profit level. If you're in profit already, consider taking some profit now. It's a bit like that, because it feels like that really could go that way or that way, up or down. But this level is the confirmation, really. That 62.933, like literally just above where the price is now, but it's struggling to get above that retracement level. Feels like it wants to, but it's gonna complete that, isn't it? Just that sort of there at least, and then maybe that, because already looking at it, you've got the usual like low, lower low, lower low and bounce, maybe. That's another possibility.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
I should say this once and only once. No. So I'm just looking at Scotty's comments here. So Al Arabia TV correspondent Israeli airstrikes on the city of Tyre. So really a place called Tyre, Tyre probably, isn't it?
That sounds like something from the north of England, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Tyre on Weir or something.
Yeah, the fog on the Tyre.
Yeah.
Ceasefire over again. Oh, okay.
Well, that didn't last very long, did it? Didn't it?
Yeah,
It wasn't very long at all. Oh, let me just check a thing. Sorry, suddenly thought, am I meant to be in a meeting? I forgot to check earlier if I got any. I don't think I have, but
that's a big old
no,
comment.
okay.
So
luckily, I'm not popular, so I'm not required. So,
last month, Last month, Michael Saylor's company Strategy purchased a total of 25,404 Bitcoin. The mammoth acquisition was spread across 2 main transactions, blah, blah, blah. It's also worth noting at the very end of last month, the company made headlines selling 32. Yeah, I did actually think, there was a lot of fuss about 32 Bitcoin. That's like a sort of retail amount, isn't it, really? Well, not quite.
Yeah. It's the sort of amount I'd buy or sell.
All right. Yeah, Mr. Flex.
Yeah.
So cool. So I'm reading everything back.
You think then I could afford a good barber? Really?
Well, yeah. Strategy is okay. Sorry, just almost talking to myself there. Anyway, say this.
What?
Do you know, I'm really tempted with Sam Price, the crypto lifer, because sometimes he reads comments out and he goes like that. And I thought it'd be really good to make a compilation of like, here's some advice from Sam Price. It's all like, okay,
mumble.
But I don't, because he's American, he wouldn't see the funny side of it, because it's a bit of a British humor, isn't it?
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm just going to drink something from my specimen jar to the
Don't mind.
horror of anyone watching.
Okay, right. So Scotty, it just seems, I don't know who John Nadal is. Isn't he a tennis player? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm a bit ignorant. Right, apparently Ozzy's posted some footage of the noise outside Maff's window on your X, which is quite frightening, really. So Ozzy's obviously lurking in the bushes outside your house.
Oh, I think I see you. Yeah, out there in the bushes. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a surfboard. That'll be him. He's got a hat with corks on.
Let's have a quick look. Got 7 notifications today. I'm popular. So slightly ridiculous thing, but I can't actually bring this window down to the window that I'm sharing. It's I need to fix a thing. Oh, maybe that would work. Is it going to let me know? Sort of. Dread to think what things is going to show up in my feed. All right, nothing to electric lawnmower gone wrong. Shall I play it?
Yeah, go on.
Does it need sound? Is it better with it?
That's not electric.
How long is it? 27 seconds.
Is that an electric lawnmower? No. Oh, it is electric. Yeah. Okay.
Basically, that's about right, to be honest. Just yeah. So, do you think that was real?
No, I don't, because the motor doesn't power the wheels normally.
Yeah. But funnily enough, the noise it was making was exactly what I tend to hear from outside. So,
okay. That's the urban crickets.
John Nardo is the main character in the. Okay. Put the specs on.
I'm so ignorant about movies and stuff. I have no idea. When I used to talk about crypto.com and they had that Matt Damon bloke, and I had absolutely no idea who he was.
Okay.
People saying he's the guy. He's the Martian. I was like, right, I haven't any clue what you're talking about. I just had no idea whatsoever. Anyway, so completely wasted on me, that was.
Well, probably lucky, because if you'd bought a whole bunch of Crow coins at that point, then you would have been like the rest of them, just suddenly in a ridiculous loss. And fortune favors a brave. You
fortune
lured me in with that challenge.
Yeah, fortune favors the idiotic. Actually, I have still got a bunch of CRO. Actually, I keep thinking, like, am I just wasting my time there? I'm probably, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've still got a bunch of it. we'll just do a comparison of all these different coins with cards and things that are around the place. I've still got a kind of a stack of crypto.com like debit cards. That I don't use any of them though. I think, and obviously got the tap card, which may have just expired like last week or something. What else did I have? That I don't know, a couple of others. I know. But which ones do you use one, don't you? I think
I actually use my my crypto.com card every day.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I just put money from my Santander account onto that, so I can transfer it for free, and then I get what do I get? I think I get 4% cash back in CRO.
Yeah.
So
that's okay. Yeah.
It's all right, you know. But what I tend to do is I tend to leave it as CRO. I actually think what I should really do is I should, you know, every month or so I should swap that into something that's actually going to go up in value.
Yeah.
Rather than leave it in CRO.
Not USDT, obviously.
No, but you know, I mean, probably now I think I should probably swap it into Bitcoin or
yeah.
I was going to say Solana.
That would be the sensible and slightly boring thing to do.
It is
but probably actually the right thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. But the problem is like where do I do that? Do I do that? I'm not going to do it on their app because the exchange rates are rubbish. The better way to do it is to move the CRO onto their exchange, which is also rubbish, but you get a slightly better rate. So I'd do that, and then I'd leave the Bitcoin there. The problem is that the fees and stuff on that exchange are like rubbish. So then what else can you do? Can you move CRO to somewhere else? Probably. Then put it on a decent exchange. But
yeah,
it would make sense if I just put it on a decent exchange and then started trading with it. That's what would make more sense for me. You know, I had a bit of a thing with I was talking to Roman yesterday about Tap Global, and because I was saying that my XTP locking period had run out. Actually ran out on June the 1st, and I didn't know if I should renew it, because when I did it last year, I got the second to highest tier, because at that point in time the price of XTP had gone up quite a lot, so it was worth over 10 grand. So I kind of locked in that tier for a year, and then looking back, I used the card about 15 times, mostly in Malaga. But you know, I did use it a couple of times in England, but I mostly used it just to make a video and prove a point, really. So I didn't massively use it, and then I asked Roman the other day. I said, like, you know, do you reckon if I relock my XTP, because I can't get that tier again, I can only get the middle, the next one down, the one where you're locking like 5 grand's worth, you know. I said, do you reckon if I lock that and then speak nicely to Arson, he might bump me up a little bit, you know? And I'm waiting to hear about that. But Roman was saying, well, don't you use the earn feature? And I was like, well, no, because, like, you know, I have no interest in, you know, putting like Bitcoin or Ethereum on an exchange. On an exchange where you know, I'm getting like 3% a year, because I can earn much more than that by trading and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I can see. Sorry, I'm talking rubbish, really. But so basically, the earn feature isn't really for me, you know. But,
so I mean, can you still? I guess you're talking about Tap now, aren't you? But with crypto.com, can you? So is that also where you can't load it with GBP? It's got to be euros.
Yeah. At the moment, yeah.
That's the main thing. What is it about GBP that's? I mean, you know, rhetorically, really, because obviously it's the UK is what it is with GBP. It's just like they don't seem to want people to be transacting in their you know, sovereign currency, so they make it really difficult to use. So because I would love to be able to like load up any of these cards in GBPs, but obviously the regulations in this country just made it so bleeding difficult.
The only one, well, you can do it. You can do it with Crypto.com. Crypto.com. You can do it with Uphold as well. I mean, I got this card the other day, and I even forgot I had it, but they sent me a new card sort of straight away.
Sorry, who's that one?
Uphold, they're called.
Uphold. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they navigated the maze.
Yeah, I've actually got to go. Actually, sorry, that's why I was distracted then. But
okay, sure. Yeah, no problems. But you know what? I guess the US market just opened, and let's get rid of some of these very quickly.
No, not yet. No, it's only 1:30.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. I thought there wasn't much of a reaction on there, but got an hour to go. That's okay. So yeah, should we stop then?
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention super quickly that there is another Maftopia science and technology video coming out today. I just can't. Well, I haven't done a thumbnail for it yet. There's nothing to show,
Okay.
but it's
Tell
about.
you what, hang on. In that case, can I just say goodbye to everyone, and then you tell them all about Maftopia, and
that's it.
You can keep going on as long as you like, and you can end the stream. Is that all right?
I'm done. We can end the stream now.
Oh, you're done, mate. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Go back to Maftopia.
Yeah. Go there, and ciao.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I thought you had more to say actually, but yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, do go and check that out, and yeah, looking forward to the next Maftopia video as well. Right. Sorry, I got to go. Right. See you probably Wednesday. All right.
Yeah,
right.
Tomorrow or Wednesday. Okay.
Take care, everyone. Trade safe. Right. And join the Discord and get Quadzilla. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.